It's actually not a thing to laugh about. My laughing is just for greeting because something sad happened. TB Joshua is dead. He did. He murdered. He kicked the bucket. TB Joshua is dead. So Nigeria lost its biggest pastor. TB Joshua is by far the biggest pastor in Africa. So Nigeria just lost its biggest pastor. Now, if you're watching for the first time, click the red subscribe button below. All right. Happy Sunday, because I'm making this video on a Sunday. So a few hours ago, about 6 hours ago, the biggest pastor in Nigeria and Africa, TB Joshua, the most miracle man, deliverance man, he did. So I'm gonna give you some gist that you may not have got about his death because I've done some digging, I've got received some vital, cool information. If you're watching me Sunday morning and you're not going to church, see you see hellfire. See you see hellfire. Today na Sunday, we'll go to church. Okay. Go to church and pray. So the funny thing now is that the people that are leading the prayers in church are now dying. Pastor Deboye's son died the other day. He was a pastor, pastoring an entire region. He did. So TB Joshua was still saying that is the way God wanted it. And boom, he himself, he did. And his death kind of happened suddenly. You know that kind of sickness that hits somebody, boom, the next 2 days, the person is dead. That's the kind of thing that happened to him. So I'm going to give you the gist of how it happened and some details that are yet to hit the media because in the next 24 hours now, those details will get there. So TB Joshua is the biggest pastor in Nigeria. And interestingly, they say 60% of tourists that come to Nigeria are going to his church. So he's a major source of tourism for Nigeria. That's why I was saying, and if you have been following my channel for some years now, I've been saying that Nigerian government need to take him serious. Seriously support him because he's bringing money for the country. These tourists that are flowing, they say 60% are just going to his church. They don't care about anything else in Nigeria. Once they land at the airport, they book taxis straight to TB Joshua's church. So they need to put some respect on his name. And if you're hearing me, I want you to drop comments so I'm sure I'm not talking to myself. Drop a comment in the comment section below. So at the end of the day, he did. So they said he fell ill some days ago, 2 days ago. He was ill, but he was still carrying it, So yesterday was Saturday. So he held an evening service in his church. After holding the evening service, he said he was feeling sick. The sickness was not doing him seriously. So he went to hospital. That was where he died. It was in the hospital that TB Joshua passed on. They took him to Isolo mortuary. Okay. Drop a comment in the comment section so I'm sure that I'm not talking to myself. So there's a mortuary in Isolo. That's it. That's where they took him to. Now, that's where he is now. Now, a lot of there are matters arising. There are matters arising. The first matter arising is that TB Joshua was originally Muslim. He was born in Muslim. So his name was Temitope Fatai Balogun. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. He now changed to Christianity and became a pastor. You see the gist now. So the question now is, will he be buried as a Muslim or as a Christian? Now, where we they now? Because as a Muslim, you got to be buried within 48 hours. Usually 24 hours, but if there's any delay, it has to be within 48 hours of your death. Within that period, you must be buried. That's Muslim. So if TB Joshua is buried between today, Sunday, and tomorrow, Monday, that means he was buried as a Muslim. That means he has always been Muslim. The whole Christianity thing was a show. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But if they chill, there's hardly any Christian burial that is rushed. Some will take months. Some just keep the person in the mortuary and say, just leave the person there. Months, 6 months, 1 year, before they do burial. True. Some take 3 months. In fact, in some villages, churches they have given a mandate that if somebody dies, the burial must be done within 3 months. Because Christians, especially in the East, they shall leave the person in the mortuary till the family will start saving money. They will be planning it because burial in the places like the East is a big event. Very big event. So it's not something you just do anyhow. You have to plan it well. The whole family, everybody has to be financially fit to do burial. So if TB Joshua is buried within today, Sunday, and tomorrow, Monday, that means he was buried as a Muslim. That means he has always been Muslim. The whole Christianity thing. But if they take a few days off before burying him, so first matters arising. Solomon said, my friend, go to church. You don't go. You don't go. My church is a TB Joshua's church. Our pastor have died. So I'm not going. Pastor have died. Church Abasa. At the level. It's very sad because he's very young. TB Joshua is just 57. His 58th birthday is in 6 days' time, June 12th. He was born on Nigeria Democracy Day, June 12th. His 58th birthday, he even released a video 3-4 days ago, in preparation for his 58th. They have designed the video, everything, released it. Boom, he did. Drop date, man. 57. In case you don't know, the average lifespan of males in Nigeria is actually 53 years old. Go and Google it. So he actually lived long under Nigerian standards. 53. Once you don't enter 53, you are running on reserve tank now, as long as you're within Nigeria. But if you travel out, all of a sudden your lifespan will adjust to the lifespan of that location, because some things that are supposed to kill you in Nigeria will no longer be there. The only thing you'll be battling with is your previous nutrition. Maybe you've eaten things that are bad to your health, but then your lifespan will increase. Just by changing location, your lifespan will increase. In Japan, for instance, is over 90 years old. 90, 92. That's how, I think that's the average or so. It's crazy. 92. In countries like US, you have 72, 78. I think US is 78. Canada is like 81 or 82. So relocating to Canada alone will add about 30 years to your life. Let's say Canada is 82 and Nigeria is 53. That's 29 extra years just for taking that IELTS exam. So relocating to Canada is a survival strategy. Solomon said, if he's dead, celebrate his life, give God thanks. Yeah. Solomon said, Dave, are you a Nigerian? What state are you broadcasting from? I'm broadcasting from state of emergency. He shock you. I'm not a Nigerian. I'm a UARian. Hey, I'm from UAR, broadcasting from state of emergency. I'm reading your comments, so keep dropping them. Solomon, they go work on Sunday. Which kind of work on Sunday? Which kind of work are you going to on Sunday? Yeah, so second matters arising. Now, if you know that TB Joshua is not the only Christian that changed to, the only Muslim that changed to Christian and became a pastor. Another person is Apostle Suleiman. He didn't even change his name. His name is still Suleiman. Christians don't answer Suleiman. Christians answer Solomon. Eli said, I'm doing my own work. Yes, now where would they work with the shop? That's why they call it workshop. So that's how they got to this guy, Apostle Suleiman. He was originally Muslim, changed to Christian. So, and I can count a number of other pastors around that were originally born Muslim. So TB Joshua it's not as if TB Joshua is the first. So it's a normal thing. And conversions are going the other way too. You get. So sometimes there are Christians that end up being Muslims. Like Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko is a Muslim. He was originally a Christian. Yeah, I had to fix something there. Yeah, Ibn Muhammad Ali said, I learn a lot from the man of God. RIP, adieu, Papa. Yeah. One thing I don't even know why this thing is zooming my face. Jeez, what happened? Oh boy. This thing don't cast. Why is it zooming my face? Okay, finally. Yes, DG, yes, TV Joshua is dead. He died. It's true. It's true. He's dead. Died suddenly. So, second matters arising. This one will shock you. TB Joshua fell ill and decided to be taken to the hospital. They took him to the hospital. And the medical services couldn't rescue him or save him. He died in the hospital. But that immediately brings out another point. So TB Joshua fell ill and got rushed to the hospital. But when his members fall ill, he will sell anointing water to them for healing, spiritual healing. How come you are selling water to your members when they are ill, but you, when you fall ill, you will not drink that water, you go to hospital? Why not tell people the truth? Baba, go to hospital. You get what I'm saying? Even though I'm going to add a caveat, but you rush yourself to hospital when you are critically ill. Do you know how many people that rush themselves to? There was a lady that died the other day. It turned out that she collapsed. Instead of the family to rush her to hospital, they rush her to church. Now they had to wait in church until pastor arrived. Pastor had to arrive at the church to pray for before they finish. The lady is dead. Why not rush the lady to hospital? Maybe it is something that even need just CPR. You know, basic stuff, basic first aid. The lady will get herself back. They took her to hospital, to church. Now she had to lie there unconscious, and they were waiting for pastor. Pastor had to arrive 2 hours later. By the time pastor arrived, the lady has turned to the Lazarus. Now they are now waiting for, hoping for your resurrection. Yes, Matthew John said, TB Joshua said, Oduduwa Republic will not come. Yes, we are coming to that. I'm discussing matters arising. Raymond said Joshua Iginla. Okay. Joshua Iginla did what? Joshua Iginla did what? Drop it, okay? Let us know what Joshua Iginla did. So, Eli Chuk said, prophet time is now. God has called him. Yeah. Here is the thing. God's time is whenever anything happens. If they want to shoot you now, you narrowly escape. That means it's not God's time. If you die yourself, the bullet catch you. That means it's God's time. It's God's time. God's time is whenever anything happens. The crew said, don't you think it's witchcraft? Now, here is the thing. If it's witchcraft, what of all the other millions of people that are dying? Is it witchcraft that is killing them? You get, if it's witchcraft, that means his power is fake. So Elijah the way said the way Elohim is far different than what a mankind will think of. In everything we give him praise. Yes, Iberishe Tutu said, Dave, I suppose you started doing live broadcasts because before now I was only listening to the audio clips. Yes, yes, I do. I still do a lot of audio clips, but I want to be doing more of more and more live videos now. So Marco said, did he get COVID-19? I don't think so. COVID-19 is very highly infectious, and one of the symptoms is um, dry cough. So there is dry cough, and then that cough lasts for 2 weeks, and eventually the person dies. Okay, the person has to be ill for 2 weeks. You get infected within 1 week, you're ill. The next 1 or 2 weeks, you're dead. So COVID-19 does not cause sudden death. The person cannot just collapse and die. Even though I know they might tag it COVID-19 because the way things are going in some countries, you know, we UAR citizens, we don't experience that, but in some countries, they will be pushing the COVID-19 numbers up. Do you believe that George Floyd that died, everybody saw video camera? They used knee on his neck, he died. Do you know that they brought out autopsy and said he had COVID-19? Why did they go and do COVID-19 test on a dead person? Person wey don die, they go mortuary, go do what? Is that the autopsy they told them to do? They went and do COVID-19 and said that he had COVID-19. Marcus J said, I'm surprised he went to the hospital. Yes, me, it shocked me. How can a whole prophet go to hospital? When, if your members are sick, you give them water, anointing water. Small water like this, for you to get it, about 5 to 10K. They will not give you directly. They will not tell you. They will tell you that they're not selling it though. But when you finally want to get it, you see that you must buy something else. Either you buy book, and that book will be expensive, like 5K, then they will give you. Or you buy a picture frame of TB Joshua. When you buy that picture, they will give you that water. So you can't just get water directly. Even though occasionally to cover things, they will just come and share water. Let me say, bring 10 bags, share free. The rest, 15 to 30,000 members, you have to buy picture to get water. So I'm shocked that TB Joshua fell ill, and instead of his pastor doing miracle and power deliverance and everything, instead of them doing all those things, you know, out to deliver him, they rushed him to hospital. It shocked me. This one shocked me. And you know, we know that he went to hospital because he actually died there. Now, what if he recovered? Nobody would have known. He will come back and still be doing out and be giving people water to drink when they're sick. Instead of telling them the truth, if you are sick, go to a medical doctor. There's a reason they did 6 years training and all the apprenticeship and everything, and then they have a lot of medical doctors in the world. There's a reason for that. You know, why not tell people the truth? Victor Ikbat said, is there any evidence that he went to the hospital? Now, that's a very good question. For me, there is no much evidence. The only evidence that he went to the hospital is Sahara Reporters publication. So if you go to Sahara Reporters now and read the TB Joshua's death article, you will see that they said he went to the hospital. They even mentioned the morgue, the mortuary where he's deposited. Said it's at a solo. Gospel worship song said, stop judging. Now the Bible actually said you should judge. Say you should judge those within the church. It's in the Bible, Corinthians, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be Ephesians. He said, judge those within the church. That's one. Then two, discussing things doesn't mean judging. You know, when you give a judgment, when you pass a judgment, then you're passing a verdict. You know, you put a punishment or a reward on that. That's what a judgment is. So you discussing things, looking into it is not judgment. Okay? So I'm not judging anybody. Nobody is perfect, you know? But how can you be selling water and when you're ill? When you're ill, you rush to hospital. Doesn't make sense. You balance, you know, balance. Many of these pastors go to hospital, but secretly. Most of their hospital checkups, they will invite doctor with equipment to come to their house. Nobody will know. But when push comes to shove, there is a popular pastor today that when his wife was ill, they rushed her to hospital in South Africa. And you know, for them to rush her to South Africa, they must have tried everything within Nigeria. Secret. They rushed her to South Africa. In no work. From South Africa, they flew her to US before they treated her and brought her back. But pastors still be praying and be telling church members to have faith. See, if you are ill, use your number 6. Go to hospital, good hospital, not the one that they will kill, not the one that they will kill you. Let me tell you one short story. There was one man that was a lecturer, all right? So this man was having heart problem. And the thing was getting worse and worse and worse. At the point, they had to, and he has gone to a Nigerian hospital. They told him, okay, you have to do operation, heart operation. You know, that is one of his arteries that is choking, no way to breathe, airways restricted. He has to do a heart operation. So he said, okay, well, since if I'm going to do heart operation, let me go abroad and do it. At least I'll be sure there. This guy, everybody contributed money. He went to US. When he got to the doctor, for doctor to test him, they scanned, X-ray, everything. Doctor said, there is nothing wrong with you. Where is the heart problem? There's no. He looked at the report. Are you sure it's a doctor that gave you this report? He said, yes, I got it from Nigeria. I said, there's no. You don't have a heart problem. The man said, but I'm still feeling pain. The doctor said, okay, let's try this. He said, raise your two hands up. The guy raised hand. He said, bend one side. The guy bent. He said, bend the other side. The guy bent. Immediately he bent. He had bam on his chest. You know, the bone, his rib cage was what was caving in. So when it stretched, the rib cage readjusted and aligned properly. And he said that was the end of the pain. Doctor said, well, you don't have any problem. Come and be going. No operation, no invasive anything, no surgery, no nothing. He started coming back to Nigeria like that. It shock you. So if you're going to hospital, don't just go to anyhow hospital. Go to the best hospital you can get. So if something goes bad, you can be sure that at least you tried. If you can go abroad, or your health life no day too. And go on time. Not when things have reached to stage 4 cancer before you go. So matters are rising. Let me read your comments. Somebody said, I don't know why Nigerians are still blind. I don't know. I say you can go to church, pray anything you want to pray. But don't be carried away. Don't think that your pastor is God. You know, your pastor could be wrong in things, either voluntarily or involuntarily. If it's involuntary, then it's out of some ignorance. Nobody knows everything. But if it is voluntarily, that means the pastor is mischievous. You know, Tip Joshua sells miracle water, anointing water, anointed water, whatever, the morning water, different things they call it. But when he fell ill, instead of drinking that morning water, they rushed him to hospital. He went to hospital. And who knows what medication he has been on. Because in Nigeria, once people are crossing 50, it's either high blood pressure come or diabetes from nowhere. One of my guys is like 32 or 33. Diabetes from nowhere has already entered this guy's body. You know, and he's asking me, does it mean I have to start taking drugs every day of my life till? Where did the diabetes come from? You know, it's normal in Nigeria. If police no kill you for road, sickness from nowhere. Now imagine any man that crosses 50. Once you cross 50, one thing will just start happening. You start struggling with your health. It's normal thing in Nigeria. So who knows what medication your current pastor is on, but he will not say it. See, I like pastors that are straightforward. Tell me that you're on medication. Don't form miracle for me. Even if miracle happen, I agree that this one we don't know how it happened though. You know, don't tell me that me taking drugs is lack of faith. That's wrong. Drugs are not lack of faith, because it's God that gave doctors the mind to invent those drugs. He said he has enough money to travel abroad for a checkup, but they probably wanted to hide the visits. That's one thing. It's possible that he would have gone abroad for checkup. But another thing is that you need to know that this thing happened suddenly. He finished church service and boom, he fell ill. You get what I'm saying? So it happened suddenly. Maybe they didn't have that time to go abroad. Emeka said, every time you talk about pastors, people will be telling you not to judge. They are human beings. Yes, I do get that all the time. You know, some people even attack me. I've not received an attack today. Some people launch serious attack on me. But it is what it is, man. I have to tell you the truth. That's why you're on my channel. I have to tell you the truth the way it is. You're not paying me tight, Abby. If you're paying me tight, I'll start sugarcoating it. So I'll collect my 10%. Back came in 1998 says, stop speaking on issues you have limited information about. When did you hear that TB Joshua told anyone not to go to a hospital? Go and check now. Why is he selling anointing water now? Doing miracles, this and that, you know? I already know there is something fishy about our Nigerian pastors. They are business owners, not men of God. Me, particularly, one thing I really like about TB Joshua is his message. If you listen to TB Joshua's message, like, your mentality will change. You know, like that's the message that gets to me all the time. Almost everything he preaches, it gets to me all the time. Compared to other pastors. You know, some pastors will be teaching things that they sound smart, but there's no way to apply it. For instance, they will come and say, grace, Christ died for you so that grace may be abound. So if grace is not there, sin cannot be present. If sin is present, then you are not sinning. If you are sinning and you have grace, that means grace is sufficient in all these things will just be flowing in church service. People will be writing. And you'll be like, how will I apply this thing? How does this affect the price of Gary in the market? No practical application. you know, it will just be driving people. But the message of the pastor is not doing anything. That's why people are still poor in this country. The country is getting worse, because not enough people are preaching substantial. There are few churches you go, you get substantial quality, something that you can take and go and apply. Obama became president today because somebody dragged him to church one day and pastor preached a message. That message is called The Audacity of Hope. Obama wrote a book just based on that message alone. Message transformed him. Message. So in our Nigerian churches, these pastors don't come up with something substantial. They preach things ephemeral. Somebody will tell you, if you don't pay tithes, your life will be tight. If you're suffering, check your offering. You get things like that. This one will actually disenfranchise you, if I will put it that way. Takes away your ability to succeed in life, because now you will be thinking that giving him 10% of your money is a sort of investment. That's not true. You don't money is physical. If you want to make money, you do physical stuff. You invest money using money rules. If you want blessing, you do spiritual stuff. Two different things. So I like TB Joshua's message because it's practical. If you listen to his message, it tells you how to relate with your neighbors, how to do this. Except when he start giving all those prophecy of plane crash or Nigerian football squad. Who remembers when he gave that prophecy that that a woman will win a U.S. election? Donald Trump can't win. Oh boy, he shocked everybody. TV show didn't even know. He went and deleted that video. They went and deleted it from their Facebook and YouTube account. Many videos that he will get wrong, before you go back to check, they have deleted it. Video don't disappear. So guys, please, if you're watching this, click the thumbs up icon. All right, like this video. It's on your screen, like it. So TV Joshua will get prophecy wrong. You'll be like, yeah, this guy prophesied is wrong. You rush online to check if prophecy has disappeared. They have deleted it. The latest one that he got really wrong was when he said that COVID-19 will end in by March 27th last year. Oh boy. March 27th. COVID-19 is still on till today, 1 year later. One year and some months later. He failed that. That means he's a blind prophet. Here's another one. When the first day they kidnapped Chibok girls, who remember? Was it 2014 or so? 2013, I can't remember. They kidnapped Chibok girls. TB Joshua came out the next Sunday and said that before the next Thursday, which is 4 days later, that they will bring Chibok girls. And in the spirit world, he's already seeing Chibok girls returning. Oh boy, till today, Chibok girls don't vermouth like that. Some of them don't born Pekin. Their Pekin self don't born Pekin. Blind prophets. There was a time that his house collapsed. Hotel. If you have been there, some people think I don't know the place. I've been there. I've been to the church several times. So if you've been to the church, it's at Ikotu Egbe. If you go to Lagos, it's at Ikotu Egbe. If you go there, if you go to the church, across the road on the church, they own the land there, and then they're building hotels because there's no much space there. So they have to build very tall buildings. Now, when they wanted to build it, they went to collect, if you want to change the building structure, let's say you had bungalow before, you want to make it upstairs, you have to go and collect permission from the government. So they had 2-story building before, they wanted to make it 7 or 8 story. They went to collect permission, and the permission they were given for was just for 1 extra floor, according to what I read on the internet, okay? But they came back and added like 5 to 6 extra floors. That's what I read. So the thing was that the building was not strong again, it collapsed. And it collapsed at a time when a plane flew over it. When a plane flies over, there's this way your building will shake. Normal building is supposed to withstand that stress, but that one collapsed. And it collapsed when people were inside. and construction workers were at the top. They were still adding more floors. It collapsed, killed over 180 people. And most of those people were South Africans. I came to Nigeria to pray. Killed many of them. In fact, this thing I saw last year was that the children of those people that died has sued him to court. I saw the article today. So how come a whole prophet did not see that 180 people are going to die in his building and told them to evacuate the building? How come? Shocking. How come he did not see it? So there's a litany of failed prophecies, but then there are some he has got well, like the one that he said Nigeria was called by a header. He said he's seen a header. Oh boy, that thing happened as it predicted. Tito Mari said, do you guys do these live shows on Good Friday? I don't know. I don't understand what you mean. Which one is Good Friday? How can you be so heartless and inhumane? You take advantage of the dead to mock a fellow man. That's Andy JB. You have to tell me which one, what is the mock there? These evil pastors help to destroy Nigeria. They are hypocrites. He is a con man. His arrest was very closed. Freedom to the captive. I don't fully understand what you're trying to say, but this is Mary Davis writing. Bakemi is really mad at me. He's really mad. Okay. I'm looking at comments before I give you the next boza. JJ said, it's unbelievable and very mysterious. All one can see is question mark, what happened? That's the thing, what happened? So I believe that in the next 1 or 2 days, they will give us better details of what happened. Louis said, is that anointed unto man. That's the thing. Like I used to tell people, like while you're alive and healthy, try and do something great with your life, because you don't know how south things are going to turn. You know, tomorrow things might get bad. You might be so ill you can't do the things you normally do. Or you can just vanish. This life, anybody can birth any day. If a whole chief of army staff with all the military, 180,000 soldiers in Nigeria, at Tahiru, F, one day like that, just die. Plane crash, he die. Tell me, who can't die? Anybody can die any day. Can happen to anybody. Augustine said, pastoring is not teaching people to succeed in life. Their primary assignment is to prepare them for heaven. I agree with that. I agree. Makes sense. Land Property NG said, is this true? Yes, it's true. It's true. They said he has died though. He's in mortuary now. Mortuary terms. Mumbogwe. Mumbogwe, I hope I'm getting your name well. It seems that it's not a Nigerian name. All pastors are humans. Always remember that. That's true. That's true. Some people forget. They start worshiping pastor like God. And all flesh has an end on earth. True. Let's learn to appreciate the good and forgive the mistakes of life. True. True, true, true. I still have one more point to make. Okay, so just guys, let me read some of your comments. DG asked me, Dave, do you go to church and what church? Yes, I go to UAR Church of International Limited. Church of Dave Partner, where I'm the pastor. Here in Germany, pastors go to hospital and once they are sick. I don't go to church, but I like TB Joshua. I like TB Joshua, honestly. I like him. It doesn't mean he's perfect. So as I'm pointing out his good parts, I'm also pointing out the bad parts. So, oh, okay. Idara said, oh boy, lies. Oh boy, have my crossed 50? I don't know. Have my dad crossed? Have my crossed 50? What numerous program did you get regularly? I don't get, but in Nigeria, lifespan of men in Nigeria is 53. If you cross 53 in Nigeria, you are living on borrowed time. As long as you're living in Nigeria, living in Nigeria, borrowed time. So the best way to elongate your life is to transfer to another country where the lifespan is higher. In the US, it's like 78. Canada is 81 or 82. Japan is 92. So if you go to Japan, you almost 80 to 100% sure that you will live to 90s. Held you, Japan is not when they are getting old, they'll be doing like this. You will see Japan 90 something years old, they are still fit. You know, the only thing is that their skin will be wrinkled, but they still fit. They'll still be doing all this, their Tai Chi and stuff. It shock you. All those their samurai, they still be doing it. Okay, I think I've read all the comments. Let me move to the next issue. Let me move to the next issue. Oh boy, so much comments to read. I may not read everything, so if I don't read yours, that means it's because there's so much. Idera K said, this is more like a vendetta on the man of God, just departed. Does it mean there are nothing good that can be said about the man of God? Yes, maybe you didn't join on time. I started with the good part too before I went to this part. Okay, Maxwell is really hating. He pain Maxwell. The pain Maxwell say the anointing water was not available. You know, maybe I might that when he was ill, maybe the anointing water has finished, you know. Yes, here's another point. Emir Tata said some of these pastors, especially deliverance ministries, overlabor themselves. TP Joshua is not afraid of court case. I know of several deliverance ministers that died suddenly. So I will take your first point. That's the one I seriously agree with. Some of these pastors, especially deliverance ministers, overlabor themselves. If you have gone to TB Joshua's church, see that church is like a 30,000 seater church. Then there is an overflow that is almost the same size of that church. Let me say that overflow is 15 to 20,000. So if you join everything, you are getting roughly 40 to 50,000 people. Do you know that in one Sunday, TB Joshua will touch all of them? Everybody that attended church. He will stand, they'll be bringing him in line, them in line, be touching everybody, delivering everybody. He will do that to every single person, 50,000. If I do that, I no go work for the next 6 months. I'll just be resting. Won't give me that kind of work. I'm not taking that kind of work. You know, just pay me half the money that he chops as tithe and then let me go. The full money I will not take it, so I will not do that kind of work. How can you touch 50,000 people per Sunday? You know, then you do office consultations, you do this, you do that, then you manage your staff, because staff can be doing a lot of things. As long as you have about 1,500 staff, a lot of problem can be coming. You know, there was one lady, South African lady, that worked in his church that came out and started confessing. Said the amount of benching that is happening between male and female staff there is too much. She was even naming some TB Joshua's pastors that have entered her. I'm telling you. So imagine TB Joshua trying to coordinate all these things, plus the ones that will get pregnant, and a lot of, in one day, one person. That thing is over labor. I'm not going to do that kind of work in life, I swear. It's too much, Joe. Wait, which kind of water? It's too much. It's overworking. You know? So I agree that their work is tough. It's tough. Ray Ajao said, Jesus never existed as a person on this earth. He is not the Messiah, but a demigod, and created by the imperialist British Empire to dabaru we Africans. However, Yeshua is the Christ, not Jesus. See, I 100% agree with Ray Ajao. When I started reading it, I thought he doesn't know what he's saying, but he knows. So I'll just put one or two sentences to that. The actual person that lived in Israel that supposedly died for your sins and my sins, I don't know. His name is Yeshua or Joshua. Joshua is like Greek pronunciation. Yeshua is like the original Aramaic pronunciation. Yeshua or Yehoshua. That's what his name is. But when he died, it turned out that the Israelis were doing revolt. The way revolt is happening in the East now, they want their own country independent from the Romans. Remember Roman soldiers? The reason Roman soldiers appear in the Bible was that Rome already conquered Israel and was ruling them. So those soldiers were the police in the streets. So the Israelis will always attack and kill those police and want their freedom. So Romans were like, what do we do to stop this? We have killed so many Israelis and they're still protesting. What do we do? They now saw that the cause of the protest is a book that was written. These Israelis have ancient books in their Torah and stuff that predicted that a Messiah will come. And the Messiah will be a warrior that will set his people free. So because of that prediction, every Israeli that reads it wants to be that Messiah. You know, they will pick up knife and gang up others. They will try to do a revolution and then they will lose. So it kept recurring and recurring. They said, okay, for us to seriously solve this problem, we have to go to the source, which is that book. So the Romans burnt a lot of those books and tried to create a new religion for them. That's when they started promoting Christianity. And they supervised the writing of the Bible. Now, that is why none of the New Testament was written in the time of Jesus. They were written, none of those Gospels, they were written 30, 40 years after Jesus was dead. You know, that's why. Now, for them to create a new God for the Israelis, they had to give it a Roman name. So that once Israelis start worshiping a Roman God, they will start respecting the Romans. So that's why they change it from Yeshua to Jesus. Is that not what we are having here today? And who are the Romans? The Italians you see today. Rome is what we call Italy now, present day Italians. All those olive oil that you used to pray, where do you get it? Spain or Italy, that's where you get it. Shock you. It shock you. Roman Catholic Church, where is the headquarters? Italy. That's why it's called Roman Catholic instead of Italy Catholics, Roman Catholic. That's when they started it. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. I think I've discussed that in another video. So when people, if somebody ever says, I'll prefer to call him Jesus, that's what I call him. But if somebody prefers to call him Yeshua, I don't doubt it because I know the origin. I know the person is also right. So me, I just call it Jesus because I'm used to that. Not that is the perfect correct one. Okay, so one more comment before we move on. Louis said, I believe he was a real man of God. He lived a God-fearing life and he helps a lot of people. But some people will always have bad things to say about it. That's true. See, there's nobody that lived a perfect holy life. There's always one place. It's either you treated somebody badly or some people, or you cheated some people, or you cheated on your wife, you know, or some, there's no perfect holy man on earth. There's always one comma. Savior Madoka said, what's the point of talking about somebody who has died? He's a public figure. Public figures are meant to be talked about. Did you see the evidence of what you are saying? Because I think it's better not to speak without concrete facts. And actually, the original Bible is in Hebrew and Aramaic and a bit of Greek. Do I really understand your point? Are we arguing what the original Bible was written on in? Where what I said was the day, the date it was written, 30, 40 years, some 50 years after Jesus died. After the third, is it second or third Jewish revolution? Go and Google it, Jewish Roman Wars. Go and Google it. So it's not Jewish Roman Wars. There was one that was led by Simon Koba. There's somebody called Simon Koba. Simon Koba led a revolution. And after losing in all the Jewish states, he took his army, went into Jerusalem, because Jerusalem is a protected city on the top of the hill. He said, okay, we can defend this city better. Went into Jerusalem by force, took over Jerusalem. He's a Jew. It's like people moving from Ogun State into Lagos and taking over Lagos by force, saying that people from Benin Republic are invading us. They have conquered Ogun State. So we took our soldiers to this place so we can defend this place. That was what Simon Koba did. They fought for like 2 months before the Romans were able to get in. Go and Google it. You know, but they don't teach this history in church. They will just be teaching you really that Bible. It's only when you read the events surrounding it that you understand the Bible better. It's only in Africa that we don't read. We just take what we're given. So may his soul rest in peace. So let's talk about legacies. TB Joshua, let's start with legacy of somebody like David Oyedepo. Bishop David Oyedepo built his church in a certain way, like the Catholics built it. He structured it so that there are church branches everywhere. Church branches, cells, units everywhere. If David Oyedepo dies now, nothing is going to happen to his church because his son will inherit it or the other David pastor will inherit it. You know? and then the church continues because the structure is there and tight, functions with or without him, built perfectly. What of Believers Love World, Christ Embassy, Pastor Chris? If anything happens to Pastor Chris, the church is perfect. Even his brothers are members of the leading the church. Maybe one of his brothers will take over, one of the junior pastors, but the structure is there. Inside the universities, there are structures, you know. But it's not all big Nigerian churches that have such structures. There are churches that don't have that, at least me. There are churches I've not seen that kind of structure. There are churches like Pastor, what's his name again? This Latter Rain Church. Our next president said he's gonna be our next president. So I've not seen other branches of his church in other parts of the country. What of Daystar by Sam Adeyemi? I like the church, big top Nigerian church. I've not seen other branches in all parts of Nigeria. So it's looking like he's more concentrated on that, his main branch. And I've not seen other smaller branches. There may be, but it's not as prolific. So TB Joshua's church is like that. He doesn't have many other branches. It's like the whole center of the church is concentrated on that head branch. When I travel to different countries, I see winners, I see Redeem. That's how I know where to meet Nigerians. Once I Google Redeem Church, any country I'm in, I know that if I go there, I will see Nigerians. Compared to TB Joshua's church, apart from that big main branch, I have not seen other branches in other parts of the state itself, even other parts of Lagos, I've not seen. So what happens in that kind of case is the kind of thing that happened with Benson Idahosa's church. When he died, it became a difficult thing to manage because it was largely run based on him. So his wife took over, his son took over too, I think, and then his son's wife, Lori Idahosa, Lori, the white woman. So they took over and they were able to push the church further. So in TB Joshua's own case, I don't know how they want to do it now, whether it's his wife that will take over. His daughters, I don't think he has a son. At least I've not seen. I've seen like 2 daughters. I don't think he has a son, but who knows? So then he has junior pastors that he trained. All of them left except for like 1 or 2. The ones that are wise men. The one which shocked me latest now, wise man Daniel left. Wise man John Chi left, went back to his Cameroon. Wise man who? Which other wise man left? Wise man, there's one that is called Wise Man Jesus, the one from Macedonia. I don't know whether he's still there. Probably, who knows? But there's Wise Man Christopher, he left, went to Enugu, started his own church. So there's Wise Man Racine. I think Racine is still there. I don't know. Racine is like from, is it Liberia? Okay, I'm reading comments. So who is now going to take over the church? Then his wife is there. His wife is very smart, articulate. She doesn't do all this thing that mommy GOs do. Hey, mommy GO, if you see cap, if you enter any church, the woman with the canopiest, the biggest cap is the mommy GO of that church. They don't need to tell you. And if you see how she'll be giving level to other females in the church, yeah, TB Joshua's wife, no, they show herself like that. You have to look for her before you can be able to cite her. She know they show herself at all. Very humble woman. Very, very humble. One day she did a message. Very articulate. Jeez. She's not just humble, beautiful. She's very articulate. The day I listened to her message, I was like, wow. That somebody is quiet doesn't mean the person is not smart. That's what it means. So let me read some comments. Awe Taiwo said, I pray God's grace locate you this morning and the Lord Jesus will deliver you from this heresy you are in. Please seek for forgiveness. Antichrist is really working. Wait, Taiwo, let me give you a bit of history. Do you know there's no place in Jesus' ministry or in the New Testament where they talked about heresy? There's nothing that is off limits to talk about in Jesus' ministry. Heresy was started by the Romans 300 years after Jesus died, by Constantine, when he formed Christianity, made it standard government religion. When Constantine, in a place called Turkey now, Istanbul, Turkey, that was where he created and made Christianity a state religion. After making it, he now made a rule called the heretic rule, say that anybody that disagrees with what he has said that Christianity is will be killed. He himself was not a Christian. So that was when he came up with that they should edit some portions of the Bible to align with what he said. So one of the things he said is that Jesus is both God and man. He was the one that came up with it. It shocked you. Constantine, a non-Christian, he wanted to go to war. I wanted to convince Christians to fight for him. So he had to brand Christianity. He came up with that. Go to Google and type um, First Council of Nicaea, Nicea. Go and read the agenda of the meeting and the conclusion. You see at the end, they said from now on, if anybody debates what is in this, it's heresy. That's why they created that concept of heresy. And then they said the person has made themselves enemy of state or something, and they will kill the person, this, that, and the church will excommunicate the person. It was recently that Catholic Church removed that. Let me not go too much into history. Many of us don't read history. It's just what they teach you in church. So if somebody is teaching you extra, you would think it's heresy. It's not heresy. Idera says, soul never dies. We are soul, made of spirit, and spirit goes back to the creator. When man gives up the ghost, the body goes back to Christ. This is what we're believed to. The body goes back to dust. This is what we're meant to believe, but there's no experiment so far that's proven it. So if you're believing it, it's good to believe, but just know that you shouldn't use it in an argument because you can't prove it. Can you now prove that somebody's soul goes back to God? Can't prove it. So you don't use it in an argument, but it's something you believe. You know that, yes, I believe it, too, but if they ask me to prove, I cannot prove. And there are many things we believe like that. So Sky TV said, are you much focused on the church buildings, or are you focused on the work? Yeah, when it comes to TB Josh's church work, he wrote some books. This man started from nothing. TB Joshua was not educated. In fact, if you read his life history, even by himself, he said that one day he didn't know what to do with his life. He decided to go and join the army. He saw an advert. He joined a train going to Ibadan to go and join army. On the way, the train spoiled. That was how he ended up not joining the army. So when he was 29, he now started his church. After not knowing what else to do, started his church. He said he was serving some people. He was a house help. So those people wanted to relocate to abroad. They packed everything and said, okay, Fatai, what do we give to you? They now gave him a school bus that they had and then went abroad. He took that bus and sold it and took the money and shared to people. According to him, nobody was there. But according to him, he shared the money to people. And from there, that was how his ministry started. So till today, T.B. Joshua couldn't speak English properly because he never had the opportunity to get that education. He was born from a very poor family. But just look at what he achieved in one lifetime, man. Is that not an inspiration? Look at what he achieved. People from all over the world coming to see him. Thousands, 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 every day, thousands. Nobody's talking about his bank account, because if he opens his bank account here. So when talking of legacy, he really tried. But then in Nigeria, what did he really contribute in Nigeria? Now, the one where we see be the real thing you contribute. Anything that you have in your bank is your own pocket. Example, Bishop Oyedepo built university. Even though there is serious criticism that he built the university and made it expensive, even the even the church members that contributed money to build the university, they can no longer pay the school fees. But he built 3. If he dies tomorrow, that's legacy for you. And that university is even for non-church members. Non-church members can attend. and confirm that yes, a legend once passed this earth. Did TB Joshua build a university? Nope. What of hospital? What of hospital? What do you call it? Oyedepo built hospitals. Built an entire city. You get what I'm saying? So to whom much is given, much is expected. That's what I mean in summary. If you manage to crack the code of poverty and you become very rich, just know that the rest of the people around you also expect much from you. You have to put down structures, put down things that will be legacy. You can't just leave a church. I don't know if even Benson Idahosa built a university. Benson Idahosa University, if I'm not mistaken, he's the owner of that university. Legend, real life legend. He himself died at 55, younger than TV Joshua. He died of heart attack, according to what I read. He too is a miracle worker. So, once death comes, man, he doesn't mind who you are. If you like, do all the miracle in the world. Once death comes, boom, you don't pay. But he built a university. So what did TB Joshua build that we can point at? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Maybe he has done those things secretly, or that will start coming out now. It's possible that these things will start coming out now. People will start pointing out that, this bank is the owner. This one is the owner. It's possible in the next few days we'll start seeing that. But as I'm talking to you now, there is nothing I know personally, structure on ground in Nigeria, that he owns. And that's bad. That's bad. It's not a good legacy. It's not a good legacy at all. No university, no hospital, no entertainment center, no sports center. What are you telling me? You're a poor man if you don't know. No matter how much money you have, it's what you did for your community that is wealth. Forget it. You know what Ned Walker is trying to do? He said he wants to rid Nigeria of malaria once and for all. He wants to fumigate the whole Nigeria. Mega project nobody has done in this world. That's what he wants to use his money for. If he can do that, 300,000 people die of malaria in Nigeria per year. 300,000. So if Ned Walker can achieve that, he has saved 300,000 lifetimes. How many years that fumigation will last? Legend. He's entering the history books. So if you are rich and you are giving bags of rice that people will eat, what else? Indomie, they will eat. Give them 20,000. That's rubbish. It's a structure that will outlast you. When people are born tomorrow and they say, who owns this? This thing has benefited us tomorrow. They will tell you that some time ago a legend lived. A legend once lived. That's legacy. For you billionaires listening to me now, that's what you call legacy. You have to put something down for your people. Forget about the whole Nigeria. Go to your village, that place that raised you, put something down for them that will forever bring opportunities to that village. If you can't build university, build school. If you can't build secondary school, build a hospital. There's somebody contesting for Anambra elections now. This man built a 14-story hospital. 14-story. Real life legend. That hospital will be there for the next 100 years. And when people come to UAR, new UARs, when people come to this country in future, imagine somebody born in 2070, they'll be like, this building, who built it? They'll tell you that a legend once lived. He contested for election. Whether he win or not, a legend once lived. That's how you put it down. What are you telling me? That you are rich and you do not do anything for your people. It's bullshit, man. I have to tell you that. Bullshit. You have to do something. Put a structure down. That is what wealth is. All the ones you are using to buy properties abroad, and they're just for your own pocket. Anybody can do that for you. Anybody can do anything for himself. Even the poor man on the street can buy food for himself. So if you buy land for yourself, this one for yourself, it's for your pocket. It's for poor and average income people. But once you have wealth, it comes with an expectation. There's a responsibility that comes with it. You have to transform lives with it. You get what I'm saying? You don't just do your church thing, forever, and then you get old and die. And it's not legacy. It's poor legacy, man. Chinedu Kingsley said, what have you done? I've done a lot in my own small capacity. I've put down things in my own small capacity. As I am now, I may not be able to put down structures that will transform lives. I'm at the stage where I can transform lives one-on-one. When I was a student, I was paying other students school fees. What are you telling me? If I die today, those people will be the first to remember me. As a student, I was paying my fellow students school fees. Not that I'm rich. I was not born from a rich family. But from my hustle, I was doing things. You know, if I have billions of naira, it's a responsibility. It's not just for your community, but for your name. You have to put something down that your name will live forever. How else do you think people are going to remember you? What are you telling me? Let me tell you, to do something is not hard. Do you know to put down a 3-bedroom flat is 5 million naira in Nigeria? 5 million naira, you build a full bungalow, roofing, finishing, everything. 3-bedroom flat. Now, calculate how much it will cost to build a school, just secondary school. You know, with 50 million naira, somebody can put down a secondary school in his community. People will be coming from other communities. It will provide job for your community. Now, imagine somebody that has billions for years. He did not build anything. What are you telling? Bullshit. It's wrong. That's not that you is having poor mentality. Imagine a rich man living like a poor man. That's what it is. If you have money, even if you have traveled out of UAR, you're now in USA or UAE. Remember where you came from. You get. Once you have that excess, take that money home. If you can't build structures, that means you are still at a level where you can only affect life. Look for scholarship. How much is school fees in Nigeria? With $1,000, you know somebody can finish the whole senior secondary school? In some communities, $1,000 can take somebody from SS1 to SS3. They will graduate, take $1,000 scholarship. You know, that scholarship mustn't be for the most intelligent. In schools, they will look for most intelligent people and be giving them scholarship. They're already intelligent. Their intelligence will find them scholarships. Look for poor people. You know, people that their mother don't know where the next food for the next day is coming. Their mother is selling corn in the market to send them to school. Those are the people the money will transform. And don't give them that money directly. Pay it to the school account. Tell school for the next 3 years, don't ever worry this guy for any fee. Let him graduate. Because you don't know what that person will be in future. When you die or something happens to you tomorrow, those are the people that will come out. Once you have a lot of wealth, you have passed that level where you are affecting people one-on-one. You have to affect people at a large scale. Nobody says you should not do business with it. For instance, you can build a university, you do business with it, fine. You know, but that university is bringing value to your community. You know, there are some universities that were named after people that established it. Yeah, Covenant Child said, media said, I must confess, you do not know TB Joshua. Yes, I may not know him. Like I said, I'm talking based on what I know. I can't point to any hospital or university or big structure that he built apart from church or hotel. Build a hotel, man. Put a hotel in your village, you know, or road. I can't point to, maybe there are, maybe he's not publicizing it. It's possible. So I might be totally wrong. But when it comes to giving one-on-one, he does that a lot. I don't think there's any pastor that gives, I call it giving publicity. You know, those pastor will call widow. Instead of giving widow something during office hours, he tell the widow come to church. Then it will come, the pastor will come on stage and call the widow out and give the widow key to car or bags of rice. TV Joshua does that a lot. There is a time, I don't know which date of the year, I think it's Christmas, Ramadan, Christmas, he does that. He'll beg, charter trailer of rice and share to poor people in the streets. There is one that he sent trailers of rice to IDP camp in Borno, when Borno was the only state with IDP camp. Now, almost 25 out of the 36 states have IDP camps. So when it comes to giving that kind of Steve Joshua does that well. You know, he will video everything. He'll be going by himself, cameras everywhere. He will tell the whole world that he's giving. You know, but I'm talking about legacy, things that last after you've gone. You know, if you're the brokest person in the world that you can't affect the next person beside you, write a book so that the next generation that will come will get from your knowledge. That's legacy. You know, but once you can start affecting people, look for school fees to pay. The reason school fees is better than most things is because it's guaranteed, because this person is already on a trajectory. You know, it's guaranteed that if you pay the school fees of 10 people, at least one or two of them will become something good in life. Go to hospital, see people that are about to die. Do you know somebody will be dying? Doctors will not treat the person because the person doesn't have no money. They'll be looking at the person dying before you know the person have died. So if you go to hospital and say, show me people that will die today if they don't have money to do operation or CT scan. CT scan is like 100,000 naira. They'll be telling the person, do CT scan, let us know what is wrong with you. The person will be like, where will I get 80,000? They'll say, okay, sit down now. Before you know it, the person is dead. Go to hospital, look for such people, do that. You know, that's your level. But if a rich man is now doing that at that level, that's wrong. A rich man is supposed to build a big hospital free, put it free. You know, do you know what Kanu did? Heart operation free for all children. Go and check Kanu Heart Foundation. He recovered from heart problem. He said, okay, now I've recovered, everybody get free heart. He built it. What are you telling me? You have to put down things if you're wealthy. That's how you know. So I think some people are just joining this thing now. Ako Sika said, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. I don't even want to make that point because the one I'm making already is already ruffling some people. Do you know in the Bible that Jesus himself said in the Bible that if you give somebody something and another person knows, that means you have gotten your reward. That knowledge, that pride or hype you got from people is your own reward. That when you want to pray, go inside and pray. All these people that will carry microphone and be praying outside, that's not Christianity. That's their own religion. In Christianity, you're not supposed to pray outside. One, according to, unless you're practicing something else. See, me, I'm not against praying outside, but according to specific instructions in Christianity. Jesus said, if you want to pray, do not pray like the Pharisees, okay? Because they think that by their many words they're here. They say, when you want to pray, go into your room, lock your door, and pray to your Father. He now said, when you want to give, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. That is, you have to give so secretly that even one part of your body will not know that the other part has given. So when pastor come on stage, call 7 widows, give them 1 million naira. Hey, that's not Christianity. You understand? Jesus was against that. But me, I'm not against that. Anyhow you want to do it, that money will come out from your pocket. At least some portion of the tithe should come out and go back to the widows there. I'm in support of it. You know, there's OPM. Exactly. Now somebody has reminded me. OPM. Oh, God bless you. Go and look at how OPM ministries in Port Harcourt, I think it's in Port Harcourt, right? Go and look at how OPM ministries in Port Harcourt are doing their own giving. Incredibly smart. OPM went and built hostels, went to the streets and prisons and rescued some people. You know, there are some people in prison, they are rotting away. They have not gotten their prison sentence, so it's just custody, and they have spent 6 years. They just need a lawyer and the money for bail. OPM will go there, bail them, you know, and then pass them through Bible training and everything, put them in hostels, and then put them in vocational training. Before you know, these people have got talent, and then put them on salary. Before you know, they are marrying, having a regular life. What are you telling me? You get what I'm very constructive giving. OPM will build schools upon schools upon schools and make all of them free. You'll be wondering, is it not the same tithe this pastor is collecting that other pastors are collecting? Somebody gave him a Rolls Royce of 200 and something million. He said, no, don't give me that Rolls Royce. Sell it, give me the money. Or use that money and go and help people. Respect. Respect. You get, that's the kind of pastor I want to chop. I want to chop my tithes. If have an opportunity to give him anything any day, I'm giving it with. I know, yeah. I like his concept of giving. It's not this one you just call people and give them bags of rice. What will happen when they finish the rice? What are you telling me? When they finish the rice, what will happen? You get, it's just like there's a village that is hungry. You come there and give them fish one by one, one by one. They will hail you. If you really want to put a legacy, that village, you have to teach them how to fish and show them where the river is. So if you are wealthy and you're watching this, you need to put down, even in your community, go back to that place you were suffering before when you were in Nigeria. Go back to that roots. Tell them, give me land. They give you land, you put school there. Nice quality standard school. Hand it over to anybody, village chief or whatever. You know, your people, hand them over that. Let them run it. As long as that school is there, schools don't shut down. As long as school is there, it will be running. People will be attending. Legacy. You can name it after yourself. Legacy, that's what it is. Nabil Aliu said, I thought you educated your English. Nabil, I cleared my IELTS, so I got a near perfect score in IELTS. So don't try me on English. This one I'm speaking is Nigerian English. OPM, Omega Power Ministries. Akusika said, what is OPM? It's the name of a church. Pastor, is it Chinenye? The name of the pastor, I think, is Chinenye. Omega Power Ministries. He's always clashing with this Pastor David Ibiome. They always quarreling. Now, David Ibiome went and built old people's home. I don't think they have it in Nigeria. It's only in the US you see it. In Nigeria, I think he built either the first or the best, either of them. Salvation Ministry built old people's home, furnished everything, carried the keys, handed over to Catholic Church. Respect. What are you telling me? That thing is bigger than all the bags of rice you give widows. Why did he hand it over to the Catholic Church? Because Catholic Church has reverend sisters. So they have the workforce and the discipline, to maintain that kind of structure. That's why he gave it over to them. Go and check it in South. I think it's in Port Harcourt too. Respect, David Ibiome, Salvation Ministries. Respect. That thing is better than all the 1 million naira you give people on TV. You get. So that's the kind of thing that outlives you, because now that old people's home, for the next 50, 100 years, it will still be there, and people will come in the future and say, who built this? They will tell you that back in 2021 there was a legend that lived. Once upon a time there was a legend. That building, he was the one that built it. So far 20,000, 30,000 people have lived a happy old life because of him. Respect. I'm saying this so that we'll learn how to give. In Africa, we don't give well. You know what Mark Zuckerberg did? He went to a hospital and told the hospital management, I want this hospital to be the best hospital in the world. Calculate everything you need, to reconstruct, replenish, whatever of the hospital, increase staff salary, everything that you need. Calculate it. Bring to me, I'll give you the money. Blank check. They did everything and submitted to him. He gave them the money. They reconstructed everything, made it standard. Today, they renamed it after him. They now called it Mark Zuckerberg Hospital. Go and Google it. Mark Zuckerberg Hospital. How many of these billionaires in Nigeria has ever done it? What they know is how to buy a Lamborghini and be using it to oppress poor people. Buy 30 Lamborghinis. Fill your garage with expensive cars. That's what they know. Oppressing poor people. You get, buy cars that don't have roof. There's nothing wrong with those cars, but show me what you have done. That's where you earn respect. That's what is called legacy. Ray Ajawo, you have to take it serious. So you have to take it easy with this your bashing. Why are you calling cow this afternoon? Messiah sure winning 100% sure game is saying, listen, you are doing what you know best, but be careful in all you do. On the last day, you are also going to be judged. and it may also be this form. Thanks for your love and support for the orphans. Thanks, Messiah. Thanks a lot. I'm looking at your comments. Covenant Child, you said you wish. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have that feature of call. Facebook has it since almost how many years now? 2, 3 years now. Why can't YouTube put call feature so that people can call into programs? Okay, Levi said I'm a cherubim. On 1st of this year, I made a prediction and I sent a voice recording of the prediction to Yeye Dara, who does talk shows. Oh, I would like to, why not send to me on WhatsApp? Send to me on, let me see if I can add comments. I can't add comment, oh boy. Sha, send to me on WhatsApp, yeah? Send to me that your voice prophecy on WhatsApp. I would like to listen to it. I'm on WhatsApp at 08035117575. Somebody should type it for me in the comments. 08035117575. Now, if you're not in Nigeria, if you're not a Nigerian, you have to put +234 8035117575. Somebody should type it for me. I can't type. Type it. So you can, guys can reach out to me on WhatsApp. All right, guys. They said what actually killed him, please. They said he fell ill and he was rushed to hospital. He fell ill yesterday after church service. He was rushed to hospital. He died there. Now he's in the mortuary. Yes, may his soul rest in peace, Kingsley. They said prophet's death is natural. All deaths are natural. Everything that happens in the universe is natural. The universe is nature. Levi said, I've changed my phone and lost the old voice recordings, but I will ask my friends. And since you forwarded it to somebody, go to the person's chat box where you sent it to. It might still be there, and ask the person to send it back to you. Yeah, the funeral program, you said I should update it. Yes, I will update it. I will update the funeral program. Yes, Cape Town. How are you guys doing in South Africa? Let me tell you guys something. You South Africans, we have taken over your Twitter. Or go to Twitter. It's Nigerian hashtags that are trending in South Africa. This morning was so funny. Nigerian hashtags are trending in South African Twitter, in Canadian Twitter, American Twitter. Like we took over the whole world, put it on shutdown. Why? Because Twitter was banned in Nigeria. So what did Nigerians do? Nigerians installed VPN and started accessing Twitter from different countries. You know, when you install VPN, it will just ask you which. So you select any country and then boom, it connects you from that country. So millions of Nigerians went online using VPN and took over the hashtag of other countries. So today now, TB Joshua is trending in Canada. TB Joshua is trending in South Africa. TB Joshua is trending in Netherlands. You know, it's crazy. End SARS protest is trending in the US. They'll be wondering, what is happening? When they click it, they'll be seeing Nigerian comments. It will shock them. Nigeria took over the whole Twitter of the whole world. What are you telling me? That's how we roll, man. Anywhere we'll show, we'll gather there. You know? Young M said, I've been monetized on YouTube. Okay. Thanks for the motivation, but my hard work play a good role. Yes. Yes, I have a YouTube course for some of you. Many of my students have been monetized. Many of my students that took, at least I know about 10 to 15 people that took the course last month alone that got monetized. Some people, it takes a little longer, 3 months to get monetized. If your case is terrible, 6 months. You know? Go to my website. I'll put the link, I'll pin it at the end of this on the comments or the description of this video. YouTube is one place you can be getting side income. Go and get it. Even if you're not the one to do it, give it to your children so that they will start doing it so that they can raise money to pay their own school fees. In YouTube, you don't need to show your face like this. This is one of the few times I'm ever showing my face. So if you are camera shy, I will teach how to do that. Everything is on the course. Go and take my YouTube course and start making money online. All those people that are asking for money from village, send them the course. Let them take it once and for all. Those are your younger siblings. Pay for them, give them the course, let them take it and find a way to start making money while they're still in school. And YouTube pays good, pays really good. It's not all this, it's not 2 naira 3, it pays really good. Never, I said, even Pastor Adeboye's son died. I made further predictions stating that more pastors will suffer. Now, here's the thing, more pastors, more prophets, spiritual leaders, and everything. You know how to know fake Nigerian prophets. You know fake Nigerian prophets when the thing has already happened. They will now come and start prophesying that it will happen. When Atahiru had plane crash, Nigerian prophet came out and said that he's seen more plane crashes. That he told God, and God told him back. He told God, so what is this I'm seeing? God said this thing you're seeing is plane crash. And I told God is that. And so there will be more plane crash. Plane crash weather already happened. 2 this year, self. 2 plane crash this year. I don't know how many there is remaining. Everybody should check their planes. So all these people that are driving, all these big men, check your private jet before they birth you from the air. Okay, so I'm looking. RIP man of God, TB Joshua. Yes, a legend. Nigeria lost a legend. So all those South Africans that come to Nigeria now, who will be bringing them? Maybe I should start my own church. Or maybe I should start my own church. And it's not just that. If you go to Ikotun, all the buildings there are used as mini hotels, like normal residential areas where people are living. They will rent out 1 room, 2 room. So it became a source of income for people there, and they're using the money to send their kids to school. When foreigners come, they lodge in rooms in the same country, in all the buildings, streets around TB Joshua's church. They're used as mini hotels, Airbnb. Vendeson said, now the Almighty God is face to face with TB Joshua, and the big question is, are you a senior prophet for me? If yes, well done. If not, then his real problems has just begun. Young M. Okay, I'm reading comments. What should we now make of TB Joshua's prediction that Nigeria will remain one? Hey, yes, that's the main key. Final thing I want to talk about. You just brought it a little earlier for me. So, 27 days ago, exactly, beginning of last month, TB Joshua came out and said, nobody asked him, came out and said Nigeria will be one, that Nigeria will not separate, Nigeria will not break. When he said that, hey, Nnamdi Kanu vex. Oh, I never seen Nnamdi Kanu vex like that. I uploaded the video. So after this video, check my channel. You will see where I posted the video. Nnamdi Kanu vex. Blast them. Blast TB Joshua. What are you telling me? Blast them. Nnamdi Kanu say, who born you, you know? He said God would disgrace TB Joshua. But before he started that, he said that TB Joshua was actually his friend. But he said the moment you say that Nigeria will not break and Biafra will not go, you have turned to his enemy. He finished TB Joshua. He said TB Joshua has been taking advantage of the poor, taking their money. And the only thing he can say about it is that Nigeria will not break. You know, he said he's a fake prophet. He's a fake prophet. He's a con man. Oh boy, finished. He finished it. Nnamdi Kanu even went to the Bible and brought out where herdsmen were fighting between Lot and his brother Abraham. The cause of their fight was herdsmen problem, cattle rearers and sheep rearers. So to bring a solution, they decided to separate. The split in the Bible between Lot and Abraham was because of herdsmen issue. As a solution, they split. Nnamdi Kanu said, if they can split in the Bible, what makes this pastor think that in reality that splitting is not the solution? Nnamdi Kanu vex, so blast TB Joshua. He said God will disgrace you because Nigeria will break. And so far, Nnamdi Kanu has been saying that if you say that over your dead body, that Biafra will not come over your dead body, then you will die so that Biafra will come. So I can already predict what Nnamdi Kanu is going to say in his next broadcast. He's going to say, yes, since TB Joshua said over his dead body that Nigeria will stay one, that he has to die now so that Nigeria will disintegrate. So if you go to iPop, Facebook, and all, it's trending now. They said, don't ever talk about what you don't know in terms of Nigerians' unity and breaking up. So Levi said, I have a stepmother who does voodoo and she was attending his church in 1970s. In 1990s, okay, a young Nelson said, in life, learn not to lead a life of deceit, school of thought. He has lived his life for Christ. We should be concerned for our own personal salvation. Now, young Nelson, the thing is that it's only Christ that can say who has lived his life for him. Even in the Bible, it says that on the last day, um, you ask, Lord, Lord, when did we chase you away and stuff? So it's only God that knows who is a man of God. This one, people will be saying this one is man of God, man of no. Just say he's your pastor. You know, you don't know who is a man of God and who is not. There was one that was buried on his burial day. Ogboni people came. You know, Ogboni people came and buried him, chased away all the people doing burial. A whole pastor, they fought line by line, wearing their uniform, chased away everybody, do the burial. What are you telling me? Hey, if you're watching this video, click the thumbs up icon, okay? The like button at the top. Click on it, smash that like button. Kingsley Martins say, I love you, Dave. You're making sense. Thanks. For some of you that want to chat me up for my course, all right, on how to make money from YouTube, you have to take my WhatsApp number. Somebody should help me type that WhatsApp number in the comments. I'll call it now, +234 80 35117575. If you're within Nigeria, it's just 080 35117575. Write it in the comments, 35117575. Okay, 080 35117575. Inbox me, I'll send you the link to take the YouTube course. So, nobody is a man of God. You are not. It's only God that can say who his man is. This concept of calling people this is man of God, you don't know. You get what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know what he's into. Do you know when he finished church service and goes in? Do you know what he does at the backyard? You don't know. Do you know how many choir mistresses he's benching? Do you know how many of those people singing are his actual biological sons? You know, you don't know. You don't know. Do you know what he belongs to? All those miracles they are doing. Do you know what they had to put their hands into? The other day they caught a prophetess, the backs on his altar. It was human beings that are alive, that are there. She got children, 12, 13, 14 years old. They will fold the child and tie the child inside a bag and keep it on the altar and put, what do you call it? And put a plank on top of it. That's what they built the stage for. On. People wonder, rituals. They're lucky enough when they brought out, those children were demarcated, but some of them were still alive. So don't go and call woman of God, man of God. It's better you just call the person my pastor, the head of my church, you know, daddy GO, you know, mommy GO, sister GO. Those ones are okay. But don't say this is a man of God. It's only God that can say that. It's only God that knows who is a man of God. You understand? So at the end of the day, just know that nobody alive is a man of God. You understand? It's not in your position to tell, you know. Rosie Asuma said, I'm still hoping it's not true. Asuma, are you from Ghana? It's unfortunately true. When I heard it last night, I was like, okay, maybe this is one of those rumors. But the moment I saw it on Sahara Reporters, I knew that, water don't pass Gary. You understand? Water don't pass Gary. Yes, thanks, Martins. Martins, thanks for adding my number. So my number is already added there on the comments. So if you want to chat me up on WhatsApp, if you're from Nigeria, if you want to chat me up on WhatsApp, you will see it's 08035117575. Chat up. Don't call. Just chat up. Okay? And I'll send you a link for the WhatsApp, for the how to make money on YouTube. Don't die of poverty. There's money on YouTube. People are making big money. Like, serious. Somebody made $8 million last year from YouTube. Small child. It's now 9 years old. $8 million. You know? You yourself, you may not make that $8 million, but it gives you an idea of how much people clear from YouTube per month. And YouTube pays. YouTube is not federal government or UAR that will owe you. 21st of every month, you get your alert straight. No, you get your alert. You know. So TB Joshua is dead, sudden death. Sudden death. You understand? Yes, Levi said I have a YouTube video that is 167,000 views. Think about it. Think about the money you can make from that. If you monetize it, 167,000, you have cleared money for the month though. The thing with YouTube is that you can be putting videos, it will be giving you 100 views, 50 views, 20 views. Then you put one, boom, you see 500,000 views. That one will cover for all the all the ones that you've been getting small views. That 500,000 pay you better money. It's better than being under a boss that will be shouting on your neck every day. YouTube is full-time job for people. Your boss will be giving you stress. Before you know it, you get older than your age. People will be looking at you. You'll be looking like 10 years older than your age. You'll be arguing with them. I'm actually young. So if you are not in Nigeria, you can reach me on WhatsApp by saving my number, right? +234 80 3511 7575. +234 80 3511 7575. I'm seeing your messages, those that are already chatting me up. Just don't call. +234 80 3511 7575. You chat me up, I'll send you link to the YouTube course. How to set up your YouTube and actually make money from it. Some of you have YouTube, but you're not making money from it. Yes, you don't need to be computer literate to take my course. So that course, there's none of my courses that are complex. That's one thing with me. All my courses are used, I'll break it down to the lowest. YouTube is not complex. As long as a person can use phone, smartphone, the way I'm using phone, you can make call, you can click on YouTube to watch video. Yes, my phone, my course will just take the person like that and show them, click here, do this is how you upload video. Now this is the secret. At every stage I'll give you the cocoa secret you cannot read anywhere on the internet. I've been on this game for years, so there are things I know that I will not give out for free. What are you telling me? If you call Dangote to do wealth masterclass, there is something you can teach free, but when you pay for that masterclass, there is another level he's going to teach you. You get what I'm saying? Ohene, my WhatsApp number is 08035117575. If you scroll through the comments, somebody has already typed it. Okay, so somebody else should help me type it in the comment again. Okay, 08035117575. Help me drop it in the comments and chat me up. Just say hello on WhatsApp, so I'll send you the YouTube link. You sign up for the YouTube course. Take that course and start making money from YouTube. Is it every day that you'll be going to work? Is it every day that you'll be going to work? Get to YouTube and make money on your way to work. See, you don't need special camera or special equipment to run your own YouTube channel. Use the same phone you're using now to chat on WhatsApp and everything. Use the same phone on your way to work. Make a video. Every day you're going to work, make a video. Every day you're coming back. Maybe when you're waiting for bus at the bus station, before you sleep, make a video. Gradually, boom, before you know it. But there are secrets, things you have to do alongside so that you will succeed in that. Otherwise, you'll be making video every day for 10 years. You'll not see shit. My number is 08035117575. If you are not in Nigeria, you must add the Nigeria country code, which is +234 80 35117575. +234 80 35117575. Okay, somebody should help me type it in the comments again. Okay, 08035117575. Inbox me on WhatsApp. I'll send you link to the YouTube course. I can't pin the number. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. There's no way. If it's Facebook, I would have been able to pin it. but there's no way to pin number. I can't even receive calls from you guys, so I can't make this interactive. Gono Wale, yes, TB Joshua is dead. He murdered. He has crossed over to the great beyond. He has entered thy kingdom come mode. He's on judgment day things now, waiting for the rest of us, man. He did. He died yesterday night. So Kate is asking how much is the cost. There are two courses. The one for mobile phones. If you don't have laptop, you take YouTube for mobile. But if you have a laptop, you take the general one, which contains YouTube for mobile and YouTube for laptop. Okay, so they have different prices. I don't have them offhand now, but just chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link. You confirm by yourself. Okay, so 08035117575. That's me on WhatsApp. Just say hello on WhatsApp. Once I end this broadcast, I'll send you the link. Okay, I can see your messages. Okay, all right. Wale, yes, everybody is sad. At least most people are sad that he's dead. VCN Media, hey, what's up? Long time. Said, let's hope the demise of TB Joshua will bring sanity to Christianity in Nigeria and send warnings to all the charlatans that are promoting falsehood, warning to all plenty fraudster churches. Olani said, my mentor, please rest in perfect peace, Baba. Theophilus said, may his soul rest in peace. He is one of the good prophets out there. Okay. Somebody says, I need your WhatsApp number 08035117575. Vivi Love said, oh God, oh my gosh, sad news this morning. God, may his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Amen, sister, bless you. He said, okay. Okay. Levi is saying the driver revealed many secrets to me regarding where he drove my stepmom, especially to TB Joshua's church. That's deep. Derek said, why did he die? TB Joshua, nobody knows why he died, but it's looking like he fell ill, probably some sort of heart attack or something, you know. So Sarah reporter said he was ill for 2 days. So probably, but he died yesterday night. So he was ill from the day before. And maybe that overstretched him, you know. So he fell ill shortly after the church service. They had to rush him to hospital where he died. He's in the mortuary now. He did. He did. Levi Nati, I've seen your message on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll reply later. All right, guys, I'm going to end this broadcast. Okay, so as more details appear, I'll get back and give you guys feedback. Bishop Joseph said, I enjoy your program. That's why I have stayed up to this time. Oh, thanks a lot. It's 3:59 here in USA. May the soul of TB Joshua rest in peace. Amen. Matsebula, I can Lingisi. I hope I'm getting your name properly, but I can see that you're somewhere from Southern Africa, probably South Africa, right? I am very shocked. Let his soul rest in peace. I will always remember your teachings. Klaus said, what's your name? My name is Dave Partner. Dave, partner as in business partner, you know. So if you want to start a startup company, if you want to start a software company, I'm a software developer. I build platforms. So we're talking about YouTube. If you want a platform like YouTube clone, I can build it. Netflix clone. You want to run your own Netflix for your country, I can build it. Paystack, payment processor like Paystack clone, I can build it. Which other ones? Church management software. There are many churches. They are managing their transactions physically. No coordination. You know, church management software. If you install it, you'll be taking a percentage of the time. In our business, you know, everybody in the church is paying per month. The software will automatically send you a percentage. I can build that. Then you can add many churches on there. I can build it. I can build which ones? Just any technically any, even chat platforms, dating platforms, shopping platforms like Conga. If you want Conga clone, you can build it. You know, so I build these things. So for you to start business in a big way in 2021, you want to start business this year, startup. So once I build it and deploy it for you, all you have to do is start looking for investors. If you have money, you want to run it on your own, fine. But you can start looking for investors from there straight up. Tell them you already have the platform, you have some users already, you need $10 million to run it. I can build flight booking softwares. That's the one I built. I deployed it in Australia. You know, do you know what these people did? The moment they took it, they went and gave it and pitched it at an event. They got $10 million funding. 10 million. The thing convinced me. I should have been part of the people chopping the funding money. 10 million flight booking software. The way you have Airpiece, Arik Air, you go online, you book flight. What of the one for buses? There are many road transport in Africa. I can build platform that people will book for buses when they want to do interstate and intercountry travel. They book it online the way they book flight. So if you want to run such a business, chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll give you our pricing, and within 30 days, I'll deploy that platform for you. You have your own site with that platform running, you know, then you can carry on the rest of the business from there. You know, any concept of any platform you can think about, reach out to me. If it's something that we already have or that we can build, I will let you know. Chat me up on WhatsApp. We can make a one-on-one call on that. Yes, we lost TB Joshua. Yes. Ohene is right. 35117575. You're right. If I've not responded, it's because I'm still live. So just drop the message there. I'll respond once I get to the WhatsApp. So my number is 08035117575. If you're chatting from outside Nigeria, you have to add the country code, which is +234 8035117575. Yes. All right. Hannah said my WhatsApp number +234 8035117575. Now, all this platform I'm talking is not less than 1 million naira. 1 million naira is $2,000. So if you don't have up to $2,000 to invest on such a platform, don't chat me up. I'm not interested. I'm not chanced. I'm busy. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you look at what if you want to build it yourself, like you hire software developers to start from scratch and build it, it's going to take like 2 years. And then for each of those months, you'll be paying about $1,500 to each developer. I'm talking about 700,000 naira or so per month for senior developer for 2 years to build, for instance, a Netflix clone. You know, Lindy Cage is running a Netflix clone. That's why you have Lindy Cage TV. If you go there, you'll see that she's making a lot of money. She has over, the first month she launched it, she said he had 40,000 subscribers, and they were each paying him 1,000 naira, which is about $2 times 40,000. That's $80,000 the first month she launched it. You know, and now you'll be thinking, if I'm running my own Netflix clone, how can I get movies to feature there? You can get movies off YouTube as long as it's free movies. You know, get the link, put it there, boom, let people go to your platform and start watching. You can make your own videos, like Lindy Cage is making her own videos. She has an entire movie crew that creates her own series and everything. You know, you can negotiate with movie producers in your country. You approach movie producers in your country and then tell them, I already have an online platform that will take your videos to the world and make people pay you per month to watch it, subscription like Netflix. So there's a lot of businesses there. Where people have problem is to build the platform. I can build it, right? Reach out to me. $2,000 minimum, depending on the platform. So if you don't have up to $2,000, don't reach out to me. Just get the YouTube course. You get what I'm saying? So it's for serious people. Yes, Akosika said all deaths are natural. Yes, I believe that. All deaths are natural. If you manage to escape a death, then it's also natural escape. Okay. So finally, my number again is 08035117575. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm stopping here. If you have sent me a message on WhatsApp, I'll be replying now. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. See you.